Hello guys, in the last videos we have seen how instance context is executed inside the inheritance. These concepts we have seen, and in the previous videos if you observe there, how static context is executed inside the inheritance. So two parts we have seen: static context behavior in inheritance, instance context behavior in inheritance. Individually we have seen these two now. Now in this example I am going to pair up, I am going to provide both static context and as well as instance context in a single example. Instance context and static context inside the inheritance, both in a clubbed manner inside the inheritance in a single example, that we are going to see clearly. First of all, let me provide both static context and instance context at each and every class. Once if I prepare this total program, then I will go for which one, how this program is going to be executed. This process here we are going to do now. Now let us check this clearly. I want to take three classes now. Class A, next one is class B extends A, the next one is class C extends B. Like this, here we have taken class A, class B and class C. Good. Now here inside this class A, okay, in class test and inside this main method, I'll go for C1 is equal to new C constructor and C2 is equal to new C constructor. Between first object and second object I want to provide one line space for separation point of view. Good sir. Now coming to this class K, inside this class K I need to provide both static context and as well as which one, instance context, that I have to provide now. First of all, let us take which one here, A class constructor. Okay, but before that, static block sys.out.println of SB A. Next one is, after that, static int M1 method. Inside the static int M1 method, sys.out.println of M1A, return 10. Next one is static int I is equal to M1 method. So overall, the static context we have taken: static block, static method and static variable. Next one is A class constructor. Here we want to take, inside this A class constructor will provide system.out.println of acon. Then after that, instance context here we have taken sys.out.println of IB A. Next one is int M2 method, instance method here we have taken. Inside this sys.out.println of M2 A. Then inside this return 20 int M2 method sys.out.println of M2 A and return 20. After completion of this, another thing is which one, int J is equal to M2 method. So that I have taken totally in class A. What I have taken there, first here we have taken static block, static method, static variable. This is static context. Next one is which one there, no, constructor here we have taken. Then after this constructor, now here instance block, instance method and instance variable. So overall 7 items at each and every class we need to provide which one, 7 items. 3 items from static context, 3 items from instance context and 1 item is for which one there, no, constructor. Overall 7 items here we provided inside this which one, class K. It's okay, fine. Next one is inside this class B, I'll provide static block sys.out.println of SBB. It's okay. After completion of this static block, instance block here we want to take sys.out.println of IBB. Next one is static int M3 method. Inside this sys.out.println of M3B, return 30. Next one is int m4 method. This is instance method. Inside this instance method, system.out.println of m4 b return 40. Then after that, after completion of it, static int k is equal to m3 method int L is equal to m4 method. That's it. Here also overall 7 items here we are having inside this class B. Now the first one is which one there? Static block, and next one is which one? Instance block. Static method, instance method. Static variable and instance variable. Next one is which one? Then constructor. I need to provide constructor, but I did not provide constructor yet. Now I need to provide constructor inside this class B. This is class B constructor. System.out.println of bcon. These things are provided. Next, coming to the class C. Inside this class C, here what we are going to be provided, no? First of all, I need to provide which one here? Class C class constructor here we provided. System.out.println of ccon. Constructor here we provided. After providing this constructor, now here we need to provide which one here? Int m5 method. Now system.out.println of m5c. Now here return 50. That we provided. Static block. System.out.println of SBC. Here we are getting. Then after that, after completion of it, int I is equal, not I here, int m is equal to, like which one here? M5 method here we have to call. Then after that, static int m6 method. Static int m6 method. I want to provide instance context now. 1 minute, sir. Static int m6 method. Okay, direct method body here I want to provide. Now here what we have to provide there? System.out.println of m6c. Inside this return 60. It's okay. Int n is equal to, directly I want to provide. Now this is about static method. Static int n is equal to m6. Call is identified. Next one is after that instance context. That means instance block here we want to provide. Inside this instance block, system.out.println of like instance block hyphen C. Alright, sir. Now constructor I provided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, fine. 7 items here I provided totally. So this is about clearly which one? Class C. So inside this class C, constructor, instance method, static block, and next one is which one? Then after that, start instance variable, static method, and static variable, and instance block, and all the things here I provided here. So overall, and 3 classes I have taken. At each and every class I provided both instance context and as well as which one? Static context I provided here. In class A, if you observe there, static block, static method, and static variable. Static context is completed. Constructor is provided now. Then after that, after this constructor here, we provided instance block, instance method, and instance variable. Both I covered. Inside this class B, static block, static method, instance method, and next one is static variable and instance variable and constructor. So both I provided here inside this class B. Now inside this class C, constructor we provided. Next one is which one? Instance method, static block, static instance variable, and static method, and instance static variable and instance block here I provided here. So at each and every class, and both static context and instance context and constructor we provided. Inside this main class and main method, two object creation statements here we provided. Overall, two object creation statements here we provided. What are the two object creation statements here we have to provide there? C1 is equal to new C constructor, sys not output println. Next one is C2 is equal to new C constructor. This one here we provided here. They are the total, which one can know that instance context here. So total program here we prepared directly. After preparing this total diagram, now we have to understand the total flow of execution.